The protesters' moves to topple Thailand's government haven't worked yet, but the party is continuing. It's been 3 months since they started, and while at times their numbers have looked low, their pressure was enough to see the Prime Minister call an early election. But that wasn't enough for the protesters, who were vowing to disrupt Sunday's vote.
We could go along and vote against the government, but it wouldn't guarantee any justice in the next government. In past elections, it was clear they bought votes.
As the days draw to a close, many of the protesters settle in for another night on the streets. It's at this time that protest guards increase security. In recent weeks, there have been several gun and grenade attacks on the rally sites.
We have to be very careful in the night time because there are people who try to hurt us.
Some attacks have taken place in daylight. On Sunday, a protest leader was killed in a shooting by mystery gunmen. Wichan Sukmangnop was also shot that day. One bullet went through his cheek. He says the attacks won't scare him or other protesters away.
I'm not scared at all. I will rejoin the protest when I leave the hospital. We have to reform Thailand.
Despite the sporadic violence, supporters of the two sides have largely stayed away from each other. The fear is that if they eventually come together in big numbers, widespread violence will break out, possibly even civil war.
At the moment, it's difficult to see how Thailand's political crisis will end. It's been dragging on for years, and the two sides seem further apart now than they've ever been before. On one side, the government believes the election is the only way to prove who has the right to run the country. But the people here believe the election will prove nothing.
For now, the two sides sing the same anthem, but they have very different views on who should be in charge of the country and how it should be run. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.